All right, let's get started then. I don't know when, Mavis, you can figure out your mic, but there are definitely a lot of things to talk about. We just announced that we were doing the season 5 on Etherlink. We have a special staking, leaderboards, bunch of updates and stuff. So, and of course, Sunny video with this integration that Mark already talked about in announcements. If someone can pin or send the announcements that Mark did about Sunny video in the chat, that would be amazing. But he's going to tell and show it to you live. That's pretty much exciting. So maybe before we dive into the video, I think a lot of people want to have more information about the staking, what's going on with Etherlink, what's going on Base, etc. I just want to already say this season is only happening on Etherlink, whether you stake or you earn, correct? And there is an additional reward pool on Apple Farm, and we're going to talk about it as well here. So maybe to start things up, can you explain, Mark, like the top 200 now, this change, because it's quite a change from the previous mechanism with the leaderboards, and why this change happened, and why is it better also?
Sure. So, yeah, every season we adjust um, the leaderboard game rules just based on all of the community feedback and how the previous ones have gone, and some of that has to do with bot fighting and making sure that the most committed members of our community are all feeling like they're getting rewarded enough. And so during testnet, we originally had top 200 leaderboards, but with the referral programs and a lot of the viral um, moments that happened in testnet, we had a crazy surge of users, like 500x, and so that's why we had expanded the leaderboards from 200 to 2,000. And we had just kept it that way for a while, but there was just so much incredible maintenance needed on just like cleaning out all of the bots and it became an ordeal. And plus the balance of the rewards, where so much of it was going to the top, and then like the folks that were like near the top or in the middle, they weren't feeling like they were that all the rewards were going not in their direction. And so we hear that, and we're always like updating the rules to just make sure that everyone feels rewarded and feels like it's competitive. And so yeah, that's why this year we're making some big moves. So top 200 on artist, fast worker, relaxed worker, and not staking. Staking is actually going fully open, where there is no um, uh, the top ranks. Everyone is in the top ranks for that one. And so another move that we did was that we removed um, the ranking multipliers. Typically, if you're in rank number 1, you get a 2.5 boost, and then I think rank number 2 was a 2x boost, and then 1.5 for third. And that was actually taking up quite a bit of the rewards for the top 200 or so. So now it's strictly the leaderboards have also always been on, the percent of the leaderboard points that you got is the percent multiplier on your earnings. And so that is still there. And so what we found is those that were already in the top, 3 spots were already getting significant rewards just based on their contribution percentage alone. And so, we have the flexibility here to continue to update these rules until everyone is happy, and so yeah, some big moves this time. So we're excited to hear the feedback. The feedback that we've gotten so far is that a lot of people are really stoked for this. Um, so yeah, and then the other thing is on the staking leaderboard, we are migrating to 50% of the 10 million every 6 week leaderboard rewards going to staking. And so the staking leaderboard is the most important leaderboard for us because it locks up liquidity and basically is the most is allowing people to really put skin in the game with their earnings, and even users like bringing in tokens from exchanges, and um, and we want to make that one particularly the most rewarding. No matter if you're staking 1 SOGNI or 1 million SOGNI, that you're still getting, you know, good a good reward relative to what you're putting in. So, we have to be careful about like APYs and yield farming because SOGNI is not an investment vehicle. Like for legal reasons, like we can't promote it that way, but we can still make it as fair as possible to make sure that your rewards are relative to what you're putting in. And so that's what we're doing this season.
So that's amazing. That means that if you are a staker, not only you get to stake on Etherlink, which has less gas fee, you have more of a chance to earn more, and you have access also to the Apple Farm pool. And then if you are an artist, for example, there because there isn't also the multiplier, we haven't mentioned that, but we've made things more flat. So does that mean that if I am an artist and I rank on the leaderboard, um, I won't have any last minute surprise because there is always a phase of calculation during the snapshot, right?
Yeah, the only surprise comes to exploiters on the platforms that don't follow the terms and conditions, which are very, um, not difficult to do. So unless you know that you're attempting to exploit the platform, then you should be good. Um, but yeah, so that's the artist leaderboard continues to show ahead of time what earnings are available at each ranking. And if you compare it, because we always link to the previous leaderboards in the current leaderboards, if you compare it, most rankings are at least double the earnings of the or the rewards of the previous season. So that should be quite nice,
That's
Can you guys
even
hear
amazing.
me
though
That's
it's
okay?
yep, Mavs.
All right, sorry for the audio issues. Next time I'll reboot my machine before the next office hours. And sorry you missed my DJ music. It sounded pretty bad from what I understand. But yeah, this I just want to add that the Tezos Etherlink integration right now, anybody that is staking, whether on Base or Etherlink, your tokens do bridge to Etherlink and stake. And I also want to welcome all the new Tezos and Etherlink people this week here. We've actually had a lot of people like message us and stuff and welcome us. And there's also a lot of OG artists that we would love to tap into on the Tezos and Etherlink chain. We're going to be doing a lot more stuff with Sogni Video and different stuff. But for this epoch only, we're just doing staking on Etherlink. And then by the end of this epoch, you'll be able to unstake. And in the future epochs, you'll be able to stake on Base or Etherlink, and we also have more and more functionality available on the Etherlink layer too, which is pretty cool. And then also, um, the Etherlink layer will also provide you additional bonuses if you do want to stay there and auto stake. I believe right now, don't quote me on it, but it's gonna be like a 2% extra bonus every epoch if you stake there instead of base and stuff. So there's always going to be extra perks and rewards there, and we look forward to more like artistic integrations and stuff like that. But this week, the team has been heads down on Sogni Video. We have been releasing left and right, especially in the Sogni SDK. A couple hours ago, we actually enabled the Sogni sticker bot on Telegram and Discord with video. You can do up to 3 videos free a day. So check that out. And Mark could go over more stuff that's coming this week as we release. Now that we have the Sogni video in the SDK, we're going to start including it in all our native and web products as well.
Yeah, I can get right in there into a demo. Like there's been a lot of updates since last week. We're moving quickly. So if I share my screen here. All right, do you guys see my screen?
Yep.
Yeah.
Cool. So if I go to my release notes here, there's been quite quite a bit of updates to Photobooth. Photobooth is our earliest adopter of video, and it's a really natural one because it's so cool to see your own images come to life. And there have been a ton of updates since last week. So if I refresh the page here and continue as a regular user, and then I go and I'll just use the Einstein default here, and then if I hit continue, and as these photos come up like they normally do, there's a bunch of new options here. So if I actually click on the camera icon up here, it's the same, it's a shortcut to the video icon down here. And so you're able to actually run multiple videos at the same time. So if I go into here, and we've got this new emoji-based motion style editor, there's actually 88 different styles here. And so if I go in here and set a bunch of them all at once, so I do scream on that one, and you can
And
see,
I'm amazed by how fast this is. It's blazingly fast.
and yeah, I've even added a little Sonic logo. Like how TikTok has a logo, Sonic logo, or HBO. When these evolve, right before they play, and so this will scream, and so you can see it takes the original style and everything. And so yeah, pretty neat. And so if I actually go into there's another one that just appeared right here. It's that weird one. So if I go in and go to custom prompt, you can even make your own prompt here, both a positive and negative prompt. And that's a cool one right there, the flames. Let's go with mind blown. And see, you can this is all going completely off of our dpin. So thanks to the early adopters of a video worker. And if I go into the camera icon again here, there's normally like a little cog here, but so if I go down inside of Photobooth settings here, there's actually quite a lot of options that are available. So you get between the three resolutions, 480p, 580p, 720p, how fast and how high quality, frame rate, and now you also have video duration, 357. We can go as high as 10 seconds, but 10-second video usually doesn't look as interesting as around 7 seconds is where things look really cool and tends to loop. And yeah, so that's the Photobooth latest integration with the video. Super cool.
And Mark, show people
Outside
real
of,
quick how to
yeah,
download, because sometimes I've already had one or two questions on how to download the video.
okay. So when you go into one of these guys, you just hit the download button here. And what's cool is I've also updated the share. So if you're like sharing to Twitter, for example, it shares the video when you've got a video. And actually all of the share options. So if you hit share, and any app that's available on your desktop or your mobile device will appear here, so that you can share directly to, if you're still using Facebook, Instagram, any of those options will be in here. Messages, email, airdrop. You're going to airdrop directly to somebody. I also have the submit to gallery and the share via QR code. And so when we run like mobile kiosks at conferences, we can just hit this share button, and then someone snaps this picture on their mobile, and it automatically loads the video on their phone as well. And so the submit to gallery feature is pretty cool. This is going to be part of upcoming contests, where if you're making cool content, you can actually submit it to the public gallery. And so once I submit that, I've already got a couple of these submitted. So if I actually go inside of the Vibe Explorer, and then I go into ones with video, let's see which ones I had actually created videos for. You can see other people's submissions are here in the gallery. Let me see if I can get one that actually has video uploaded to it. Maybe it's this one. So you can see people have submitted work. And let me see if I go through a couple of these guys. Find one with video. We got so many options. That one. I like this one. This one's, people wonder if they can get a professional like LinkedIn photo. Use Bougie Black or Bougie White. Those ones are really good. There hasn't been a lot of video submissions since the feature is brand new. But if I just go in here, find one. Mm,
That
yeah.
looks really good. I'm very impressed by how fast it is. And I really love the not the React emoji, the emoji that illustrates the motion. That's really cool. And maybe for our integration on SOGNI Web, will we have also a library of established motions? Will we be also able to describe maybe the motions that we want? Maybe one of the two or both at the same time.
Yep, you can do that today. You can actually click into whenever you're creating a new video, you can just hit custom prompt and then write in your own motion prompt here.
Oh, okay, okay, okay. And it's going to be the same for all throughout our apps.
Yep.
That's really cool.
Yep.
That's really cool.
And yeah, besides that, we do have 3 other workflows with Wand supported: animate, replace, animate, move, and what was the other one? Sound to video. And so
Mhm.
those are all on their way as well. There's actually, let's see here. There's actually, if you check the latest API examples folder in the SDK, we have all those hooked up where you can actually just run a script, and you actually don't even have to be you don't even have to be technical. You just have to have Node installed, and then it just automatically runs the prompt and then downloads it and plays it in your native audio player or video player. So super cool. But we have more integrations to show off with video. Mavis, do you want to show off the new StickerBot integration?
Yeah, so the sticker bot is live. Let me see if I can share my screen here. Actually, let me move my Discord to my small monitor and
Something
share.
something that I can show off is like this space continues to move on so incredibly fast. Just a couple days ago, One Move came out, so that's another model that we can pick up.
Back to the channel.
And so basically, the way that this is like a control net for video, which allows you to control the motion of your images just with um, moving your cursor around and suggesting what things should do. And so this is really fun and cool. And so you can actually they've got examples here where, for example, if you have two people like standing next to each other, they can and then you just have them uh the lines interact with them, they'll just like hug, like it'll find ways of making your motions make sense. And so this is the way that you can actually take motion templates and basically use the same motion across multiple images to get the same content, but with different characters. So that's another one that's coming down the pipe. So it's super exciting.
Mark, for some reason my screen sharing is disabled, so I definitely need to reboot. But if you want to go to your Discord screen and just go click on the sticker
Okay.
bot, there's in the sticker bot is his own space. You can should see him under artist space. Under tutorials and ideas, there's Sogni sticker bot.
Cool. Okay, I'll give that a
And
shot.
yeah, and you're not sharing your screen, so I can't see. But you can just hit exclamation video
Uh,
and
see here.
oh, share my screen is suddenly enabled. Oh, I got it. I guess maybe.
Cool.
Okay, I'm gonna make the selection. I'm gonna say share all application windows, share entire screen. All right, cool guys. You see my screen? And let me actually change this to like 14 frames per second or whatever the default is. Here, to options. Uh, how do I adjust the frame rate? Let me stop streaming and then uh, here it is. Stream, make selection. All right, cool. You guys see my screen?
Yeah.
Oh, yes,
All
sir.
right, cool. So yeah,
Discord.
so if I just go to the Sogni sticker bot, and I can say something like video, a French bulldog riding a skateboard, or something like that. Um, you can see if I scroll up. So right now it's going to take roughly 4 or 5 minutes, and I'm working on improving the speed to be as fast as Photobooth. But if I scroll up, you can see the other renders that we've been experimenting here with dog eating spaghetti. Um, Natalia did this Grinch in a neon world dancing in slow motion. I just posted this birthday cake, Sogni cat, and excuse me, and stuff. And so you can see, I only have one render left today because I've already done two, just to minimize on the number of renders. But I also wanted to show you some cool stuff. The Sogni video has been in the SDK for a couple of days now, and I've been experimenting with running just my favorite images. This is me in the car with my 3-year-old. I'm always working. This is a Peppa Pig, my daughter's favorite. Floppy corn. Again, my daughter, and other angles and stuff. It's really cool the way that it's been able to animate these various scenes, and these are some of my favorite like images that I've done, and it's just very natural. I just love it, and even like turtles all the way down in space. I've tried other stuff, other video editors, and it gets this wrong. You know what I mean? And so it's pretty cool just everything. Yeah, even my friend sent me this photo of him when he was a little boy, and he was like, "Can you animate this?" So I said, "Yes, I can." So I made him kiss his grandma, and he was like, "Oh, I'm gonna send this to my mom. This is so amazing." So just imagine all the different cool stuff. I even started doing some. I found some dancers on TikTok, and I screen captured them, and then I started running them through, my existing pictures to do this cool video stuff. And it's so cool that you just post a picture, post an animation, and now you're able to replicate that. You know, so I've been experimenting a lot with like the API stuff. So yeah, that's all I want to show you here. Let's see if my renders are done. It's 1226, 876. So I haven't seen my renders, but you'll see them come up here. It could be the Telegram sticker bot is also being inundated with requests right now and stuff, but it's pretty cool what you're able to do with this stuff. So I'll give it back to you.
Awesome. Yeah, so all of the apps are getting video integrated. As we mentioned, so we're expecting that the native Mac integration is coming out probably later this week. And we're also slated for SOGNI Web to release text to video and image video, part of the 5 new workflows this week as well, late this week. So super excited for that. And we're already getting the next series of models um, ready to publish as well. And so that is Flux 2 Dev, which is an enormous, exciting model. Z Image Turbo, which is basically going to be uh, probably the most popular model on our platform. Right now, Flux Schnell is super popular, and this is basically better than Flux Schnell in every way. It's just as fast, but it's like Flux Korea meets Flux Schnell, Flux Schnell speed. And then we have Gwen Image Edit, which is probably going to be better than Flux Context in every way as well. So super stoked for those models. We'll likely be demoing those in the next all hands. Of course, the API integration, SDK, Photobooth apps, they're a little bit faster to integrate and show off first. And so we're hopefully getting in those in the rest of our front ends as soon as possible. But definitely by next all hands, we'll be showing off some really cool stuff with those models. They're already on
Yeah,
the workers as they're part of the Comfy worker.
yeah, and to reiterate what Mark says, Sogni Studio, we're trying to get video support in there by Friday, ideally, and same thing for Sogni Web. Um, I know like 95% of our users are on Sogni Web and they can't wait for that. So we're so excited to get that in. And we're gonna just be enabling more and more. The very first thing we're doing is text to video and image to video. But then we're gonna, as the next couple of days pass after Friday, we're gonna do first frame, last frame. We're gonna do audio and all kinds of stuff for lip syncing and other cool stuff. So, but first is the basic, and then after that we're gonna add the. It's like an onion with layers. And then the Z image stuff, as Mark told you, um, when Flux first came out, Flux Dev and Schnell, like blew everyone away because before Flux, we had like 100 stable diffusion XL models that we loved one or two or five of them, and everyone had their favorite. And then when Flux came out, it just like it essentially replaced like 95% of them because it was so good. But after a year of Flux, everyone kind of tell when an image is done by Flux. It's just very highly polished and nice looking, but you can tell when an image is done in Flux. And that's when Flux Crea and Chroma and these other answers came where they've trained on a whole new set of models to have a totally different look. But with this new model that Mark mentioned, it is really taking the cake called Z Image. And even like 3090s can run this thing. And it's fast and it looks amazing. And it's already available in our SDK now. And now our engineers and developers are working on integrating those into all of our products, like Mark said. I think Josh is not here though, but he's been cooking too on the marketing and ad side as well. Maybe some of our new users here are also from the Reddit communities that we've been targeting. Um, I see our smart contract dev here in the crowd, Indra. Thank you for the hard work. We've been working so hard on the Etherlink staking integration stuff. So I want to just give a props out to my team, everyone working hard, Kiki too. We've been posting some really good stuff, and I don't know if you guys saw, but we enabled deep linking So when you see a lot of our tip of the days, you can click directly on that link and it will pre-fill the model, pre-fill the style for you. These are really cool stuff. Um, Sergey, if you're out there, thank you for enabling that feature. So yeah, our whole team has been working super hard on this stuff, and I want to take a moment to thank you guys. And it's going great, man. By the end of this month, we're gonna have so much out here that we're so excited for.
Thank you. And thank you also, Sergey, for the deep link. That's really cool. Hopefully, we will have like soon a page or a dedicated space, maybe on Sony Web, who knows, where people can just click immediately on the styles right off the bat and being able to experiment them. But definitely, if you go on our socials for now, at least on Twitter, Threads, yeah, on Twitter and on Threads, you can click immediately on the deep link in the subtweets or the subthreads and immediately try the style that we posted about. And also in a very short amount of time, like in the upcoming 30 minutes, I will release this week contests. And I also want to appreciate all of the creators from the creator program. I believe almost all of you guys actually reached the threshold, which was 10 posts per month. So I'm very happy to see it. I'm very happy that you guys also like the program. Thank you to all of you for all the feedback that you left. I have to review them again. But thank you for the kind comments, etc. And keep on doing, because you're doing great, and your post definitely helps as well, because you help us amplify Sony. So thank you again for this wonderful month of November. And yeah, I believe tomorrow we will have Render in Me. An announcement will follow on the announcement channel. Sol will prepare some things. So you have the floor, Sol, for tomorrow. And on that note, I believe that's it. I don't know if Mavis and Mark, you want to say one last thing before leaving. Oh yeah,
Yeah,
we
I'll
have
add.
the phrase also.
Yeah. Yeah, and I would just add, thank you so much for Sol and Natalia, because they are, helping us moderate everything and just always consistently being there. I see other mods here as well, and I thank you guys all. Thanks to NPC Frank for always recording these sessions. Um, I will also add that I'm also going to do a vibe code with me. I'm going to try to do this every other week, so not this week, but next week. And someone asked me, can we upgrade the N8N plugin so that we can do videos? And I will have that working before the next session. And then I want to do a quick primer for N8N, like especially the GPU owners here. If you always want to have a check of when your GPUs are down or any other issue, this is something N8N. You can have it check every 15 minutes whether my node is down, whether it's done a minimum number of jobs, etc., and send you an email or even send you a Gen AI image video or anything like that. I can show you how to do that. And we'll continue on. Last week, we built a tic tac toe app with Christmas stuff. And I was talking about how we can automate some of those themes. So next week, let's plan for that. And that's it for me.
Cool. And the secret phrase is put video photo booth. So you can send already the form. I repeat, video photo booth is the secret phrase. Please don't write it in the chat. And so we'll send out the form. Perfect. You just send it. So go ahead and submit it, and we will distribute the rewards. So I repeat, video photo booth. And yeah, that's a wrap. One more office hours. Thank you to everybody, and have a nice one wherever you are.
Thanks,
Thanks,
everyone.
everybody.
See you in the Discord.